Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's GTA 5 video, we're going to be diving into some more in-depth details regarding expanded and enhanced GTA 5 and standalone Grand Theft Auto Online, based off of the Newswire post that Rockstar gave us the other day, the screenshots, and the information revealed. So let's start with the screenshots first, because I'm pretty sure these are expanded and enhanced screenshots, so it'll give us an idea of what the graphics look like, as well as some of the new cars. Let's start with this one right here. It's sort of a shot of the city of Los Santos, and a lot of people have been critiquing this, and Rockstar haven't really come out and said these are official screenshots. The ones that I'm looking at are 4K, so they actually look really pretty. And I guess with this, Rockstar is trying to show off how good the game looks. They told us that we were going to have HDR options, ray tracing, the technical advancements of the latest consoles, which are going to add faster loading times, stuff like that, new graphic modes, 4K resolutions, 60 FPS, texture and draw distance upgrades. I think that's some of the stuff we're seeing right there. I mean, you can obviously see pretty far. You can see how great the lighting looks with the sunset and how the lights are starting to turn on in the city. As many people have pointed out, the Mile High Club building is still under construction, so it does not look like that is going to be completed when we jump over to the PS5 or the Xbox Series X or S. So that was the first screenshot that Rockstar ended up revealing. A lot of people are like, I don't see a lot of pedestrians and cars on the road. And that is one thing I noticed as well. And maybe it's just the screenshot. So I wouldn't panic about that. There's not going to be a lot of population density or vehicle density. Don't freak out about that yet. Just admire how good the game looks. I mean, it really is beautiful. So I'm super excited about that. And then we get our second screenshot right here. And this is a brand new car. This is going to be an Impante muscle car. Now, I wish I could tell you the official name of the vehicle. Of course, Rockstar chose to show off one of the brand new liveries, which looks awesome. I don't know what this livery is going to be called, but obviously you can see there it's Hal's Special Works, which I'm assuming will only be applied at the Los Santos car meet in his new auto shop. You can also see the set of custom wheels on there. A couple of other customization options that I can see possibly would be the spoiler, as well as the dual-sided exhaust. Now, of course, with this livery, Rockstar made it very tough to see the official name of the car. We can obviously tell it's an Impante based off of the lettering, the badge, and on the right-hand side, it says HK something. Those are the two letters that I can make out, and we know that this is primarily going to be based off of the Pontiac Gran Torino or GTO. So I'm not the super biggest car expert. So just off of looking at it in this screenshot and another screenshot, we'll see it looks like this is going to be based off of the Impante, GTO, or Gran Torino. We'll go more in depth in the cars as we get sort of further along with the information that Rockstar has given out. But this is kind of the initial first look at one of the new muscle cars that's going to be arriving here in Grand Theft Auto Online with expanded and enhanced. So I am very, very excited about that. And the livery looks really cool. So let me know in those comments down below how much you think this new vehicle is going to cost when it does end up arriving. And then we got this next screenshot right here. And this is Hal himself standing in front of the LS car meet. Now there's three new vehicles here that we need to pay attention to. Let's go from left to right. The one on the far left, that's the new Pfister Astron, so that's not a new car. It's also not a new livery either. That is Katana Green that you can apply right now. So not a new car, not a new livery, but the one to the right, that is the brand new Impante vehicle that we've been taking a look at in the previous screenshot. So that obviously looks really cool, and you can see it as a different livery on there as well. It looks like it has two black stripes. You can also see some of the upgrades that it looks like it has there. A hood upgrade. Looks like it has a different grille or intercooler option. A splitter down at the bottom. So very cool. This is going to be an extremely cool car. Now let's move over to the right side of Hal. Taking a look at this first vehicle right here, the one with the pink and blue livery. It looks like this is going to be another exclusive Hal Special Works livery, as you guys can see there. Now, a lot of people have been wondering what this vehicle is going to be. It actually looks like this is going to be a Mazda RX-8, or it looks like it could be a Toyota GR86 or a BRZ. Now, remember, when Rockstar is creating these cars, they're not just basing them off of one vehicle. Sometimes they take a combination of different features from various cars. You can see there, it looks like it has a different splitter option on there too, with a unique intercooler option, spoiler on the back. Looks like it has maybe a roll cage in there and louvers on the back too. So because this is taking place at the Los Santos car meet, think of the tuner cars, think of a lot of customization here. If I had to take a guess, I'm going to say this is going to be in the sports car category. It looks like it's a two-seater alongside of our new muscle car as well. So very, very cool. That's an exciting new vehicle. And the one on the far right looks like we're going to be getting a brand new supercar. And just from what I've seen, it looks like this is based on the Rimac Nevera. Now, again, could be taken from a handful of other cars, but it looks very similar to the Rimac Nevera. You guys can also see there it has a brand new Hal's Special Works Auto Shop livery on there with, you can also see the Hal's Special Works logo on there too. And now that I mentioned that, going back to the first screenshot, we're going to pop over to that really quickly. It looks like that sticker on the right-hand side of the Impante, that might be the Hal Special Works logo. So it might not necessarily be the name of the car. Now that I just saw that, it might actually be Hal's symbol himself. Now, it looks like this car also has an upgraded splitter. It has a roof scoop. It has a giant spoiler on the back. So very cool. Again, we'll dive more specifically into the vehicles as we get a little bit later on. But those are the new cars that Rockstar looked to be adding and featuring in GTA 5 Expanded and Enhanced when that does end up arriving on March 15th. Now, for the second part of this video, I want to dive into some information coming from TezFunds2 and WildBrick142. These are data miners and insiders, and they know what they're talking about, and they've found a lot of interesting stuff. For starters, Rockstar Games insider TezFunds2 found that Rockstar has been updating their site over the past 2 weeks in anticipation for E&E. They've currently made 2 new websites that are currently listed as 404 or unused, a credits page for GTA Online, and another site called The Garage. So these are new sub-pages. The first one is pretty self-explanatory. The second one, though, is pretty interesting. It could either be an alternative to iFruit or a new page for showcasing all the new customization and the new vehicles. So it's interesting that Rockstar did that a couple of days ago, right before the reveal of the expanded and enhanced information. And around 2 weeks ago, they started sending out those player surveys that we talked about a few videos ago. That's an interesting coincidence, that's for sure. Now, the new credits page will likely go live alongside the expanded and enhanced launch. And I'm not sure when the garage may go live to, probably when the new cars become available. Now, some more follow-up. He said, wait a second, I just realized something. WildBrick142 found out the new performance upgrades handling data on the 5 existing vehicles Rockstar mentioned, excluding 1 extra vehicle. This lines up with the new vehicle class with the dev creator, likely reserved for Hal's Special Works races. So, it looks like the new performance upgrades would only be available on 10 cars at launch, while the rest of the vehicles would benefit from increased top speeds. So we'll talk about where that 1 missing vehicle might have actually gone in just a little bit. But remember when we saw these images right here, you can see there, that's Hal's logo, the H right there. So those are going to be for his races, and those are going to be for his time trials, probably featuring those 10 new cars that can get the updates, or the 5 existing and 5 new that can all get the brand new performance upgrades. Now, as a follow-up to the top speed, someone said, AKA they'll run at 60 FPS for more crazy speed. And he said, FPS increasing speed is exaggerated. Yes, more FPS leads to more speed, but 30 to 60 FPS is a mere milliseconds difference boost. Rockstar can easily boost the max top speed value of all vehicles on expanded and enhanced. So, long story short, the vehicles are going to be faster by default, but there are going to be specific vehicles that are likely going to be tied to a specific class that are going to get that performance boost they've been talking about. So this is getting very, very interesting, that's for sure. And we also heard from WildBrick142, Someone asked him, could he tell us about the new cars, classes, and any more information? He said, unfortunately, that's all I know is that they will have special performance/engine upgrades and the websites they'll be sold on. It seems that these HAL Special Works races and time trials and the special upgrades and liveries will be for those 5 new cars, and 5 we already know only. Interestingly, we have 6 vehicles that we know. I wonder if they scrapped one vehicle, the Hakuchou Drag perhaps, or they changed the list a little bit. Now, if you're wondering what those were, it looks like the Hakuchou Drag and Banshee here are the weakest link because all the other cars were updated in some way. The Devastate 8 had its mass value changed. The Turismo Classic has UV mapped for the liveries. The Sentinel XS was UV mapped for liveries. And the Brioso RA was explicitly mentioned in one of the livery names. And even though the Banshee had no changes, I think the car is a staple for the series and it should get an enhanced treatment. And a lot of people are also wondering if PC is going to get an update too, even though Rockstar didn't mention any of it today. He said, I don't know for sure, but personally, I still don't see why they wouldn't just add it to PC. Since it's going to be a DLC as far as technical stuff goes, it's likely PC would just get a free update and it would be an ordinary update to them. And last but not least, in case you guys are wondering where those new cars are going to be sold, of the 5, 3 of them will be sold on Legendary Motorsports site, and 2 of them will be sold on Southern San Andreas Super Auto site. So there you go. A breakdown and some more details of Grand Theft Auto 5 Expanded and Enhanced coming March 15th, 2022. That's an in-depth look at some of the cars, where you'll be able to purchase them, and the technical side of things as far as the performance boost and whatnot they'll be getting. I'd love to hear from you guys, though, in those comments down below. Which new vehicle are you most looking forward to? What new feature are you most excited about? Let me know what you're thinking in those comments down below. I would love to hear from you guys down there. If you guys did go to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new, or you want to stay up to date on all the latest GTA and all the Rockstar Games videos that I'll be doing here on my channel. And be sure to ring that notification bell as well. Sometimes YouTube just doesn't work, and if you ring that bell, you'll always be guaranteed to be notified when new videos arrive. But of course, as always, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.